We've all seen these Mayan ruins, and they always have 9 levels to them. The 9 underworlds, the 9 levels of consciousness, and they believe that when you get to the top is true enlightenment. And we look at this first slide, my custom slides. We can see that every level is divided into 9 levels, or there's 9 levels to the pyramid. Okay, let me get this going here. If you look at the cellular level, the very bottom level was 16.4 billion years long. We were just a pile of goo, and we were just action and reaction, basically just chemical reactions. And that period was 16.4 billion years. And the Mayans divided each level into 7 days and 6 nights. You see at the very bottom, just like the calendar week. Each day and night on the cellular level lasted 1.26 billion years, adding up to 16.4 billion. And in the 5th day and 5th night of every level, something good happened and then something catastrophic happened. So on the 5th day of the cellular level, we have the solar system, and we have 250 million years of asteroid bombardment for 250 million years. So we're talking a long time ago, and we're a goo for a long time. And then something happened 820 million years ago. We started crawling out of the water and living on land as we got more and more complex. Now the second level of the calendar only lasts for 820 million years with the stimulus and response period. On the 5th day we moved from water to land, and on the 5th night 97% of all life was extinct on the earth. That's when the dinosaurs got wiped out. And look at each day and each night only took 63.4 million years instead of 1.26 billion. Quite a jump in consciousness. Look at the first day of the mammalian level, 63.4 million years. So we experienced the same amount of conscious growth in that period in only 63.4 million years instead of 1.26 billion years. So that was a jump, a big jump. And we look further on the familial, where we started becoming individuals. The 3rd level lasted 41 million years, and you can see the 2nd level was 820. So the periods are getting shorter and shorter, and each day and night only lasted 3.2 million years. So we went from 1.26 billion years to experience the same amount of conscious growth in 3.2 million years. On the 5th day we had color vision, and no one's sure what happened on the 5th night of that level. But we had stimulus and individual response. So we went from being just one of the herd into being individuals, where we could separate ourselves from the others. And here, I forgot some things, but I should have taken my time a little bit more. But this was too cool. I gotta get it out there. On the 4th level, we have 2 million year tribal stage, where we can see similarities and differences between each other. Tribe is just a group of families that live together. And look at each day and night only lasted 60,000 years instead of 1.26 billion. So again, our consciousness is speeding up faster and faster. 60,000 years is a very long time. You wouldn't notice it, but we were growing consciously. And the last of her story, that's where we get the word history. Her story were the first 5 levels of nurturing, and the last 4 levels will be production. So we look at the cultural level. We have reason and morality coming into play. It only lasted 102,000 years, and each day and night was only 8,000 years. And on the 5th day we had art and creativity, and on the 5th night, you see in red, the Neanderthals died out because they weren't creative enough to solve problems, and they died out. They couldn't really communicate with each other because their vocal cords were too high in their throat, so they couldn't speak words like we could, and so they were gone. And look at each day and night only lasted 8,000 years instead of 60,000 years. So again, our consciousness was speeding up. And now it starts to get interesting. The 3115 BC. which is obviously only 5,000 years ago. So the national law and order only lasts really when law came into play. Too many people, you need more laws, right? On the fifth day we had the time of Jesus, and on the fifth night Rome fell. So again, the fifth day and fifth night proved to be significant. And each day and night only lasted 397 years instead of 8,000. So again, our consciousness grew up a level, and we're only 2/3 of the way there. This is where it starts to get really fun. 200 years ago was the age of power. Power overtook law. If you'll notice that the powerful don't have to follow the law, they get away with murder. And each day and night is 197 years. I'm sorry, 19.7 years. All the way from 1755 up until 1999. The same amount of conscious growth only took 19.7 years. And on the fifth day we had Einstein's theory of relativity, and on the fifth night we had World War II. And right now we're in the age of ethics, the level of ethics. Ethics will overcome power, and it's kind of what we're seeing today. Power is still in play, but we are heading for a big change. And look, on the fifth day, all I can figure is that was the age of money, because we lived way beyond our means, and we're in the fifth night right now, as far as I figure, from November 6th of '08 till October 31st, Halloween of this year. We're in the fifth night, so it'll be interesting to see what happens, what kind of a turning point we have this year, if any. And if we move up to the final level, February 10th, 2012, actually, that was written wrong to where I copied it, and so it's 2012. And notice every day and night only takes 20 days, which now takes, in our lifetime right now, 360 days. This is why things seem to be speeding up all the time. Time isn't actually moving faster, but our consciousness is. So the same amount of consciousness used to take us through, that will take us 360 days now. In 2012, February 10th, 2012, we'll switch to 20 days. So we'll basically be experiencing a whole year of consciousness in only 20 days. And then the calendar ends on October 28th, 2012. The solar cycle ends on the equinox of December. So it'll be somewhere in that area. And who knows, 20 days, we're living in a time where our consciousness is speeding up and it's gaining momentum. It's a law of exponentiality. Our money supply is following the law of exponentiality. Our population is following the law of exponentiality. Our consciousness, we're all building up to something. Something is coming, and I think it's going to be a new age of consciousness, where we know why we're here. At the very top level, conscious co-creation. We all know why we're here. We can sense each other. We can probably communicate telepathically, which is inherent in humans. And who knows what else. So it's going to get fun over the next few years. And the Mayans figured this out more than, I don't know, 2000 BC. So they had something on the ball. And I thought this was pretty interesting, so I could have probably done a little better if I took my time, but I think it's pretty damn interesting. You can review this a couple of times and see, we're in the fifth night of ethics. Ethics, integrity is going to overcome power. They've been right so far, and we can see that this powerful Illuminati and the New World Order may just be the stimulus for us to evolve and conquer it onto the next level. And I think something very significant has to happen for that to happen. Something probably catastrophic. World War III, nuclear war, something where we say we've had enough, we're never going to go back to the old system. From now on we're going to think people first, and I think it's going to be pretty exciting. And if you're still relatively young, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So anyway, that's the Mayan calendar, and I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe next time I'll take more time. That's all.